Like, did you fight during the pandemic?
I did it, but I just fought at the Apex. So
That's right. Yeah, Vegas. I remember the one. Eddie
Wineland.
That's
Thomas
what it
Almeida.
was. Almeida. Oh, that's right. You had
the first Cheeto fight.
Yes, that's right. Fuck. So you fought a few times. Oh, yeah.
I fought 3 times in the COVID.
Man, did you guys have the quarantine here or not?
We had the quarantine in Vegas. We'd fly there, and there's the quarantine hotel.
But if someone flew out of the country, did you have to come back in quarantine or?
Nope.
No,
we were pretty good here. We didn't really, dude.
I know Texas was free, Florida was free, so Arizona was chill.
We trained like it was fucking another day. Yeah. We didn't have shit going. Like we were lucky as fuck.
Yeah, and look where we are now.
Yeah.
Talking about your confidence, Sean, and you know how it is when people see someone so confident in themselves and can say where they see themselves and stands 10 toes down. Mm-hmm. People give out opinions are cheap and you see what people say on social media. When did you start developing your hard skin?
I think.
And how did you build up that mental fortitude to block the noise out and be like, fuck the naysayers, I'm gonna keep on going, keep on pushing.
I don't know exactly what it was. I was 16 years old when I started kickboxing. And I was like 4-0 with knockout. And then I did some boxing fights. I was knocking people out. And I wasn't beating good people by any means. They sucked. But I was knocking people out. So in my head, I'm like, I got to touch people's chins. I'm knocking these guys out. So I built this confidence. It was a sense of, it was like delusional confidence that I was way better than I was. But it gave me the dream to be like, I could really become great. I wanted to be in the NFL so bad when I was little. Like,
what?
Yeah.
Oh, when you were small.
When I was small, like 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. What?
Water boy?
That dream ended up not happening. But I pictured myself being on TV, being the main guy, being the guy scoring touchdowns, being the guy that the commentator were talking about. I wanted to be that guy. And when I realized in high school, I'm like, all right, I ain't going to be in the NFL. And then randomly, my buddy's like, you want to check out this fighting gym? And I was like, sure, I guess I ain't got shit. I got nothing else. I wanted to play sports. Didn't play sports in high school because you had to get good grades. I didn't really like school. Kickboxing fighting was outside of school. But I got confidence from doing that. And then, when I moved down to Arizona, I'd never trained with pros. Never. And I my first time I came down for 10 days, I stayed on Tim's Ottoman. It was the first time I really met Tim and hung out with Tim. Came down for 10 days, went to the lab. The lab's a very heavy wrestling gym. I didn't know how to wrestle at all. Didn't really know any jiu-jitsu. Every single practice, I would cry. I would just be like, fuck, I am not nearly where I thought I was. But I was always able to make that switch in my mind, be like, I'm not there because I haven't put in the work. These guys are all better than me because they put in more work. I have to just put in the work. I know I'm an athlete, and I know I can learn. I never was good at learning in school, but I could learn moves and I could implement them into my game. So I was able to always make that switch. Like, okay, we just got to be in the gym. And that's all dude, 2 days, 3 days. I mean, really not much has changed now. Like, it's still, for the last 12 years, it's been like that.
And as you rose and got into the contender series and became more in the public eye and, people started giving out, opinions and whatnot, how did you let that, not shake you and keep on pushing through, finishing people?
I think he did it better than a lot of people.
You see that sometimes of high-level athletes in different sports sometimes. I know you might see some things about, Ben Simmons or whatnot. It can break a lot of people, the social commentary and in all these top prospects that, this guy's going to do well, future Hall of Famer, and they right, and then they just crumble under the noise.
Well, 2 things. I feel like I personally feel like I did a good job navigating that, but I do think the UFC is also the fucking best in the world. That they wanted to build a star, they built a fucking star. UFC is good at what they do, and they did a good job. But as far as the comments and stuff, early on, I feel like I had a super slow progression to becoming famous. The Snoop Dogg thing kind of blew me up to say 15,000 followers on Instagram, and at the time I was like 1.5K, what the fuck? That was crazy. Then I go out there and fight Terrion Ware. Was not a huge bump, but it was a big bump. Then I go out there and fight Andre Soccer Mom, break my foot. It was a slow kind of progression, but it definitely affected me early on, reading comments and people talking shit or you're not, because I was always saying I'm gonna be bigger than Conor. That was the thing I said that on the Contender Series, and I kept saying it interview after interview after interview, and I would get so much hate from that alone. You'll never be Conor, you blah blah blah. So it would just motivate me. It's I want to prove these motherfuckers. They fueled me. There wasn't really there was times, but not more than the bad. Like
Yeah.
more of it was
wasn't
like
the main motivation.
yeah,
Yeah,
but it
but
was
there.
it helped, but it never really it bugged me a little bit, but I got more out of it in the positive way that it motivated me than it broke me down and hurt me.
Even me during fight week, I don't do it as much anymore. But back in the day, I never read comments. Then when my IG blew up a bit, then I'd start to have a little look see, but you can't read everything. Like nigga, I'm not going through 5,000 comments.
Yeah.
Hell no. But then eventually during fight weeks, I found myself I'd find one or two people, and I'd just be like, boom, I'm on your ass.
I save them till after the fight.
Bro, I have a folder in my phone called receipts. I have an idea for a show. I'll tell you guys after later on. But and then I just like, if most of their pages are private, but sometimes their profile pictures is there, so I just gotcha. And I have receipts. So one day it's coming. It's all coming out. I have an idea for a good show. But during fight week, I like a little bit of venom, just a little bit. I'll tap into it just because it just.
The thing that fueled me, like I remember the first time I fought Peter Yan, it was like there was the pros picks, and it was like I was such a fucking huge underdog, and I remember hitting my hardest sprints, 12 speed, 10 incline, hitting my sprints, listening to, Peter Yan's gonna kill him. Oh, Sean doesn't belong there. Sean's been fed everyone. He's not gonna be able to. Like that shit just fucking fueled me. And then I fought Aljo, and it was even worse. Like I was not supposed to win that fight, and I just got so much fucking fuel from people hating. So it's weird how they're trying to make you feel a negative feeling, but when we get positive from it, it's like
And you put that in the speakers, like you play like YouTube and shit.
Hey,
and
I'll
like,
have
Okay, another one. New level.
And I'll send them to Tim. Like, look at these motherfuckers. They're like 13 people to 1 on this on the first episode of Pros Picks. And I was like, I love that shit.
Bro. I'll say this though, I respect because I did notice. I was like, man, this guy's too good. After the Almeida fight, Wineland, I'm like, okay, he needs a bigger competition.
Yeah.
But then I like what you said on the way up. You knew your value. You're like, look, unless they pay me this much or within this range, I'm not gonna fight these guys. And then the jump from the last fight before Peter to
Pedro
Peter,
Munoz,
bro. And then he went straight to Peter Yan. I was like, oh shit, he's going to the top 5 already. And I rate that performance, man. You went in there, did your thing, and I was like, oh yep. I already knew like, this guy is better than all these guys. He needs to step up. But that was such a big jump in that time.
Yeah, that's
So I was
huge.
like, huge
even
jump.
for us, like we were looking at each other. In my eyes, Peter Yan's still probably one of the most scariest dudes in the division. Like when it comes to like Merab's one of the best at winning fights. Peter Yan is someone that's gonna fucking elbow you, knock you out, hurt you, cut you, beat the fuck out of you. Like he's a scary.
He can hurt you.
He's a scary. So when we're fighting in Abu Dhabi,
I eat his hat.
I think when we walked past him, what he's gonna say, "I'm going to eat you," or something like, But that one I was like, holy fuck! Like this is it. This is the shit I dreamed of. I was ranked 11. He was ranked number 1.
Bro,
And,
that was a big jump, man.
It was crazy because literally number 2 through 10 were all fighting each other. The only person in the division after the Pedro Munoz fight, it was a no contest. I suppose that I poked him. It was Peter Yan, and I was like, this is it. This is the fucking time.